building a game from the ground up. It's a new sci-fi, online, PC, free-to-play game, and it's in the MOBA, or if you prefer, the action RTS genre. And you know, we want to cater to both audiences, whichever one you like. But if you've played games like League of Legends or Dota 2, or even some of the more newcomers like Smite, that's the kind of space in which the game's gonna live. But we're not just taking one of those games and reskinning it with a sci-fi theme or anything along those lines. No, we really want to build like a brand new sort of MOBA style genre game that really takes advantage of the sci-fi environment we've got. You know, we're huge fans of that space, but we don't want to live within just the constraints that those games have been sticking to. You know, we want to change things up a little bit. There's some new mechanics we'll talk about here in this video that'll explain some of the ideas we've got behind that'll allow us to really make this game stand out and shine like pretty much no other game in the genre has.
The vision for our games is setting that lies somewhere between a near and future apocalypse. We've drawn elements from movies like District 9 and Avatar because of their believable and attainable sci-fi technology, and anime such as Akira, Ghost in the Shell, and Appleseed because of their biological and genetic enhancements. When we combine the influences, we hit upon what we call a present apocalypse, where nuclear war just happened and in a way is still happening, and the only personnel that can survive, function, and stop these nuclear launches are called Decimals, and that's who you'll be playing in the game. Decimals mix modern day technology with futuristic sentient cybernetics. We love the universe that's been created, not only because it's fresh to the genre, but because it also allows all the influences that we love about sci-fi to thrive. We hope you'll love it as much as we do.
We want to introduce gameplay that is fun, and as a player you instinctively know what you're doing. We love this genre, which is why we're making this game. The thing that we hate most is when new players are punished time and time again just learning the game. Brand new players need to be able to jump right in and feel like they are playing well, then focus on getting better instead of learning how to enjoy the game. This game will be easy to learn and hard to master.
So, in other action RTS or MOBA games, players control a single hero or champion. One thing that's really different about our game is that you actually will control an entire squad. Now, each squad is actually going to have a captain, which kind of acts like your champion or your hero, but it'll be followed around by squad mates at the same time. And these squad mates are actually going to represent your different abilities in the game. So one of the great things about this system is you'll actually be able to upgrade and change your squad mates on the fly during the game. So let's say, for instance, that you're coming under a lot of fire and you actually need a lot of healing at the right moment. You can call in a medic, a field medic, and he'll actually land and provide some healing for your team. And he becomes like a permanent part of your squad at that point. So as the game progresses and as your captain levels up and earns currency or money, you'll actually be able to purchase like mechs or tanks. And these tanks actually require multiple pilots. So instead of your captain running around with 3 squad mates, you might have your captain and a super giant tank that your squad mates will be in. And it'll have a bunch of abilities on its own.
Well, I think that you guys should trust us and invest in us because, you know, we're a team of experienced developers. We've worked together before. Some of us have worked together for 10 years or even longer. And on top of that, we've shipped a number of games together as a team. You know, some of us have shipped 5, 6 games from beginning to end. These are original games. You know, we've worked on a large number of genres and we've got the experience. We know how to take a game from its infancy to completion. So we can see it across the finish line and we know what we need to succeed. We're huge fans of online games. We're huge fans of everything multiplayer. We want to dive, you know, with fresh minds and fresh eyes into the MOBA space. We're coming to Kickstarter because if there's one, you know, group of people outside of the development team itself that we want influencing how this game is made, it's got to be the fans. And by going to Kickstarter and getting fans to help fund the game, you know, they're the ones that are going to have a voice in shaping how the game evolves. You know, every great game starts with a really great idea or a really great story or really great gameplay mechanics. But where you start and where you end up is always an evolution over the course of the development cycle. And the people that you let influence that development cycle will shape the game. And we can either let an outside group like a publisher or some outside investors, which may only be marginally really invested in the game, influence it. What we can do instead is come to Kickstarter, get the fans into the ground floor, and let them be the ones that help influence the evolution of that game. And that to us is like the best possible outcome, because we know that we'll be making a game and making something that fans want, because we'll have them tied into the development from an early get-go. They'll know what we're developing and why we're developing it, how passionate we are about the space and what we're trying to do.